battle with the gods under a million stars. We battle with the gods under a million stars. We battle with the gods under a million stars. There's lion blood in my chalice, a goat heart in the balance. I speak in italics, discussing these chances. In the Eiffel Tower of Paris, my chariot, the color is metallic. A wonderland to Alice, it's all blunder and malice. Best talent that's combined with magic. Behind the static, there's voices in the shadow. The only choice is battle. Hop into Hellcat and skedaddle. They're watching King Kong climb the Tower of Babel. Ignore every Eve trying to give me an apple. The little rascal that can't be canceled. In the courtyard of my castle, these hens doing nothing but cackle. Now they walking in my chapel with candles that's lit. Definitely with the shits, cause we handle it. Commit with the building that is brick by brick. Old Mac, big head, can't tell me shit. Capoeira with the spiral kick, spit hieroglyphs when the tyrants sit at the Coliseum. Whether spies or allies, I know them when I see them. Greet them with an olive branch, that's for the treason. Watch Pocahontas rain dance for the season. Is he still breathing? After the execution, they blame spirits and start the accusing. And then survive every disaster and delusion. Supreme mathematics, the author of confusion. Niggas be cheating and they still losing. Bones in my blank keep me tuned and influenced by the moon sin. A lunatic in the truant skin. A boogeyman with a heart like a ruby gem. A whirlwind, I twirl in the middle of tornadoes. Between riddles and fables, keep my Glock on the table. Shot of scotch keeps me stable. Watching divas belly dance with diamonds in their navel. We rode on sound waves that was way before a label. And while you getting hung by the TV cable, I was ready and able. The black amour that raised you from the grave to the cradle. We battle with the gods under a million stars. We battle with the gods under a million stars. We battle with the gods under a million stars. Go tiptoes, a player trying to get chose. Go tiptoes, a player trying to get chose. Can I get fly for a bitch one time? Make her double take, she damn near lost her mind. The blind leading the blind, let's see what we find. You know hoes follow their nose, imperial cologne and my gold tiptoes on my Christians. I respect your ambition, but you bitches got to have vision. With good intentions, learn, look and listen. The cooking in the kitchen, the doggy in the mission. Ain't no mumbling and tripping, we got to get paid off that cheesecake. I got that old money, you can call it knees break. And you got the sauces for the meat steaks. And then she look away, every dog has its day. And when the dog ain't home, the cat's gon' play. Oh, you don't say. Don't act square when I come around your way. Just admire, then send my down payment through the wire. Go tiptoes, a player trying to get chose. 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 They say God got brass feet, and that's the same color of my foot when I pull it out of her ass cheeks. Don't ask me about last week, and don't leave the iron on after you leave. My slacks a crease, better keep the peace. Your name ain't on the lease, 100% ain't a piece, that's a whole meal. Acting brand new like you don't know the deal. This the gentleman of leisure, as long as I please her. I keep her with a wet beaver, she's a believer. I don't fuck with no skeezers. It's either I need to take a breather or your ass is doing too much. Acting like an animal when you smell my musk. Until it's making bucks, I don't give no fucks. You way out of touch, and these hoes don't blush. They don't want much, but they say they do. Then they looking through your phone like a dog need food. Go tiptoes, a player trying to get chose. Go tiptoes, a player trying to get chose. Go tiptoes, a player trying to get chose. Gold tip toes, a player trying to get chose. Yes, indeed, children. The God 720 in the motherfucker. Yo, isn't the album ferocious? Isn't the energy ferocious for the year of the dragon? Now, I got to admit, man, you know, the Chinese astrology has dropped on a nigga. Do you understand? Like, man, hey, y'all got any questions? Go ahead and shoot them. And shit, nigga, the energy this year is crazy. So I had to ask the stars. I said, man, what the fuck is going on, man? What is the energy so motherfucking bright? They said, well, you know, it's the year of the dragon. It's 12-year gap. Look at the last time it was the year of the dragon, which was 2012. Interesting. That's the same motherfucking year I was out in Germany. I flew to motherfucking Hong Kong. I was in China during the year of the dragon, my nigga. Yes. I was in China during the year of the dragon. And that year I put down heavy dragon. Now my Chinese zodiac is the year of the pig. So, you know, my son is a pig, my other son is a tiger. Well, I ain't even gonna say pig. We're gonna say boar with the tusks. You understand? Ferocious. And man, that's where we're gonna be, you know, for the whole year. So I'm definitely gonna need y'all support. For those little 200, 300 people be watching my videos, y'all are what we call a core fan audience. So let's do some support line, because 720 takes out of his pocket to do everything that I've done. All of this shit you see is out of my pocket. Okay? This wasn't no shit. We getting loans here and there and we doing all of this shit. Nah, nigga. I've done everything out of my pocket. Maintained houses. I broke up with my shorty, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Nigga, my bills fucking quadrupled. We handled, you understand. So I'm going to put out the hand right now because I've given much to the people. And I need the support line for a lot of things that's supposed to be coming up this year. This is my 12th album I just dropped. Constantine the Black by This Sign Conquer is the name of the album. It hasn't even hit the platforms yet. They giving me troubles with publishing my shit. So we got to see what's going on with all of that. But you can purchase it at thegod720.com. And you we also gonna have all my merch is gonna be up there too. But I had to squeeze in a video. I know this is an odd time. This ain't my usual time. I usually do videos on the late night, but we had to do one right now because the stars said so, for number one. And for number two, my days are about to be jam-packed. So I'm finna be moving. I got a lot of shit to do. There's people calling me to perform in other cities and shit. So I got to travel. I got to do things. I need y'all support line if you want the shit to be fantastic. We want to bring the spectacular, the immortal spectacle to the people. Okay. And I definitely appreciate y'all for riding with me for what has it been, 10, 15 years now. You know, I got on here in what, 2008, nigga. It's 2024. Time has flown. I've stayed with it. I put out all of these books, man. World renowned. The recognition is definitely valid. There's proof in the pudding when you come over here. You know, sheesh. Shit is going down, man. Same with everything that just happened with the Cat Williams situation. I didn't even have time to be watching no 3-hour video, but I definitely saw a lot of the clips that hopped up on the TikTok. As a matter of fact, you can go, Millennium DVDs now has a TikTok. So y'all could go to the Millennium DVDs TikTok, support that.
Um, I'll be on TikTok a lot more because TikTok is where the money is being made, and we got to make the money. Don't ever get it confused like I'm not for the people. What a lot of people, try to promote, the native thought tries to promote that you're supposed to be for the people and stay broke. You're supposed to stay a bum and be the poor righteous teacher. No, ain't no poor righteous teacher up in Harvard, my nigga. There's no poor righteous teacher up in private research universities where my literature is at and being utilized. So let's not do the bum shit. You don't want to support a bum. You only support people that come in front of you with the funny hat and the funny outfit, and you also support those when it comes to the public side. Niggas who's balling, three-piece suit, cost $10,000. Niggas is in, helicopters and limos and whatnot, and that's who you support. But obviously, as Cat Williams has exposed, is one thing that I've always known. Um, in that realm, it's weird, and you can't control what you do. There's a high level of expectation of what you better do, and if you don't do it, we're going to slaughter you. And I knew that, and that's part of the reason why I've written some of the material that I've written. Because what you got to understand about me, and I've never said this before, but Hollywood and high level Hollywood has always been one person away from me, or maybe two people away from me, and it's been like that since maybe about high school time, especially when I was in Atlanta. So I've always heard what was going on or knew what was going on because of people that I've encountered and that were around me for maybe a month, 3 months or something, and they were directly linked to the big boys. Okay. And so I've always known that it was, funny style shit in action. And then me, I'm a Leo, I'm possessive, I'm a control freak, blah, blah, blah. And I understand what art is, obviously. If you can produce books and these be your first books and these be soft covered books, and universities that educated the Pope and where the Pope has taught at is utilizing my information and seeking out the name Keenan Booker, aka the God 720. It's obvious I know what the fuck I'm doing when it comes to art. And I've done it all on my solo. There's been no minions running around here. There's been no, sacred conjuring over the pot when it comes to the shit that I do. You understand? So, a lot of people get very confused on that because I produce albums that can contest, what big body, companies are doing. The Sonys and the Universal Music Group and the Interscopes and all of that. My shit can compete with that, nigga. And I'm doing it right here in my house. You can't name another MC got a better beat selection than me. You can't name another MC who can touch each coast, and spit the lines from those coasts and with the concept on the song. You can't name another MC can get on the track with a female or put the female on his track and it sounds like butter. It sounds like 1990 butter. You understand me? So let's not go there with the dumb shit. 720 has been 720 since the beginning, and I'll always be able to produce like that. It's pretty fucking obvious. It's the 12th album, the 12th slapper, nigga. Every album trumps the last album, nigga, and you can't even name another MC do that. Okay. Not only that, I got the coldest music video when it comes to that song, The Poltergeist, and that was just released in 2023 from an album that was done 5-6 albums ago. Nigga, do you know how many music videos that are due for the people out of my itinerary? Nigga, what is we talking about? Go Tiptoes need a video. Milton Bradley need a video. There's so many songs. Bad need a video. There's so many songs that I've done that needs the visual. But the reason why those visuals haven't been put in place is because my internal video producer who did the last video, the Poltergeist. You know, he's busy. He does a lot of things. He did that video Poltergeist out of his own heart. That was done for free. That's because my music excites people. It excites the artiste mind that says, oh, I need to do this. You know, regardless, they ain't worried about all that dough shit and all this. Oh, nigga, pay me 100 for this. Niggas want you to pay them, and you're not an artist, nigga. You have no museum in the soul. And you want me to pay you, nigga? Have you lost your motherfucking mind? You have no museum. You have no artifact in the soul, nigga. The fuck? And you want to, I got to pay you, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not going to pay you shit. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. That's how much you want to charge for a feature, nigga? Okay, yeah. I was looking at the feature shit on, nigga, we homies. Let's just do this hip hop shit. Let's keep it alive. But I understand art is war. A lot of people don't understand that. They don't know what that is because they're not museum. You see, my shit is museum. So, you know, to fuck around with niggas who don't understand art thoroughly, who are only congested in their little locale or their little understanding of what music is, nigga, please, we're not there. Your boy is worldwide with the music. You dig what I'm saying? For instance, every night, my sons play a game of chess, and we play the classical. We play the Mozart, nigga, the Beethoven, nigga. I can cross into many realms. And that's one thing that I've definitely brought to the Black understanding, hopefully, if you get it, that, you know, it is okay for you to step out of the realm of nigga, do-rag. And there is the world out there, brother. There's a lot of other sciences out there that you can explore and investigate and call your own. And put your heart inside of it. You see what I'm saying? Because you were designed for that. And that's the whole thing. You know, that is one of the baselines of everything that I produce, whether it be the encyclopedia, whether it be the Kicked Out of Heaven, whether it be the Foot Up a Bitch's Ass, whether it be the Constantine the Black, you know, it's all on a line of explore, nigga. Stop being so fucking congested in the head, you know? And that's one thing that I've experienced with the Black male mind coast to coast. And that's why it cause cognitive dissonance in a lot of niggas, because I'm there, I'm here, I'm there, I'm over there, I'm over there, I'm over here, I'm over there. And, you know, that's part of the Sagittarian energy. And Sagittarian, my week in Leo, the decadent, is Saggy. I have more Saggy in my natal chart, connected with all my different houses and planetary positions than any other sign. So that's where that energy comes from, where I explore the realm. You know, that's also the energy of horsepower in my darkest hour, nigga. Yeah, that song needs a video, you know. But yeah, man, enough about me, man. There's a lot of crazy shit, man. The Cat Williams, you know, it is the Negro mouth. I have the Negro mouth. My mouth has done more flipping and flapping on this fucking internet and in the realm of entertainment than probably anybody out here. I've been here for 10 years, videos, blog talks, you know, books, music. You know, I've done much flip it or flap it at the grill. Let's not, you know, remove that. But when it comes to the Cat Williams, you know, Cat Williams had to set some things straight, is what that's called. Okay. That wasn't an expose. That was a reality check, because the audience don't know what's going on. And the audience thinks they know what's going on. The audience, you know, takes 5 minutes of a video and thinks that's a 24-hour picture. And you don't know what the fuck is going on. You know, you don't know who's kicking it with each other in the millionaire realm. You don't know, you know, where they're linking up at, what type of parties they go to, blah, 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 blah. And then when it spills over, it's, oh, you know, everybody's all flabbergasted. Me, I'm not flabbergasted. You want to know why? Because I didn't connect myself to motherfuckers in entertainment. No way. My psyche is not connected to nan nigga in entertainment. There is no admiration. You know, you breathe the same air as me. Niggas bleed just like us. You know, I had to do the Biggie bars right there. Niggas bleed just like us. Picture me being shook. picture me being scared. Nigga, what the fuck, nigga? You know, that's the line. And, you know, I really don't have any admiration because I don't know what the fuck you niggas is doing. And I was traumatized with that during the course of the East Coast, West Coast beef. Once I saw the disrespect with the album covers, the Machiavelli album cover, the Ready to Die album cover. Well, not the album cover for Ready to Die, but just the title. And then also the Life After Death album cover, which was extremely disrespectful to me. You know, for Biggie to be had just passed away, and then this nigga sitting here standing next to a hearse with a suit on. I felt like I was being slapped in the face. I obviously didn't know what the fuck was going on behind the scenes and why an album like that would be produced and with that type of cover, and the nigga just died. I just saw that shit is so disrespectful. Like, yo, B, you don't know what the fuck is going on. So it's time to regress, you know. And I made that decision when all of that shit happened when I was in the 7th grade, 8th grade. I saw that shit. I'm like, nah, nigga, y'all need, this is funny style shit here, you know. And then especially right after Pac died, all those Machiavelli tapes hit the street. And when you listen to him, this nigga's dissing everybody. You know, this nigga's dissing so many New York niggas. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And then the New York niggas wasn't giving any response. And at that time, I was kicking it with a lot of gangsters, and it was like, yo, that's some bitch shit. You know, this nigga calling these niggas out. These niggas ain't responding. You know, there's protocol right here that's not being followed. So I was like, yo, I'm good, B. You know, y'all niggas is funny. I don't know what's going on, and I don't want to know what's going on. You know, because that's your world. I live in mine. I'm a young nigga. I'm in school. So, you know, let me just do my thing, how I do my thing. And I kept the attachment line very slim and minimal because I don't know what the fuck you niggas is doing. So I'm not finna allow your weird ass energy into, you know, my system. Now, when it comes to that's where I just stuck to the LP tracks. So, and that's why I produce LP tracks, because I only stuck with the classics. So I stuck with the classics, and now I produce nothing but classics. You dig what I'm saying? So if it hit the radio, I bumped it, boom, 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 this and that. And then when shit went auto-tune, just clip it off, you know? And I didn't mean to be long-winded with that, but that is basically what Cat Williams was giving. He was giving you a reality check on what you don't know, because it's very clear through the receipts that have been given from everything that he stated. He wasn't linked up with them niggas. So it wasn't traitorism. And I need to go in on the traitorism because a lot of niggas don't get it on how other races or how the ether responds to expose. You see, when you and you have to understand that my books, even the Black Man's Bible, which was very detailed and gave a lot of personal information about other people's lives, you know, that affected my life, obviously, it wasn't an expose. What was happening here was giving you an example so you don't go down these same traumatic roads, and also things to look out for, you know, while you're living this thing called life. And that's what was done in the Black Man's Bible. There was no expose. You know, there was proof in the pudding of what type of females I was dealing with and all of that other shit. So we don't have to give no back thought. And the reason why I say that is because I know from personal experience that the native has evil thinking, or just average people overall. But I've done more communication with natives than I have with other races. So, you know, when I say the children of the natives, Black, Mexican, so on and so forth, there is a lot of negative impose. You know, there's a lot of, oh, he probably this, and he probably that, and he probably that. All that shit is weak shit. You do not know what you do not know. To guesstimate what you do not know, especially dealing with things that are in the real world, you're full of shit. You're creating dumb shit in your brain, and it's exclusively negative thought. And I could show you. So when I go to the streets, I'm out on the streets and here in Las Vegas, and I'm dressed like this. This would be classified as tourism dress code, right? I got a little button shirt on, button up, whatever the case. Then I might throw on some slacks. I might have on some jeans and some laid back shoes. I have on a little watch and shit. The black race, girls or males, female or males, will immediately walk up to me and say, "Oh, some pimping, you a pimp, you a pimp, you a pimp." Nigga, I ain't clocked $1 off the motherfucking concrete. Not out here in no Vegas, nigga. I could keep it and it's been 10 years, nigga. So if it was really some pimping, I would have stood on that line and pressed that line. But see, I understand what a man is. And a man makes his own money. And he has his own situation rolling. He doesn't put no dependency on a bitch, because the bitch doesn't have a reliability when it comes to finances and structure and business protocol. You see, it's not in their DNA. They haven't ran business nowhere throughout human history for 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 years. So for all of this nonsense about the queen goddess and the mother goddess and the black god and all this other shit, you're a weak ass nigga. You still are sucking on the titty. You see, because real men, as you will see in the Asian culture, you will see this in the Caucasian culture when it comes to corporate business, and you will also see this in the Mexican culture when it comes to cartel. It is male operated. All the males are linked up on a specific level of intelligence, and usually that intelligence is different in different departments, and they sit at the round table and they get the big bag. Okay, for you to expect the female to be able to provide a big bag or to be able to cooperate with you on a big bag, you have failed. You do not know what the woman is or how she thoroughly operates or what she has been educated for. We can see this just observation of elementary school, middle school, high school. You see, when you look at the picture, guess what? Girls ain't been through no sports. They haven't been through any criminal activity. They ain't been through no gang violence. They ain't been through no fights and all this other shit. That shit don't go on in the female paradigm in high school. These things are supposed to be a mandate for male activity during high school. By the time high school is over, males have experienced all types of levels of socialism pertaining to court, pertaining to their parents, pertaining to rumors and lies, they've been through sports is a system of we have to win, we won, okay, then we have to win again, we have to win the championship, the city championship, we have to win the county championship, we have to win the state championship. Okay, this is what is really going on when it comes to sports in the school. So they're built to not accept the first W. After the first win, guess what? You have to win again, and you have to win again on a tougher plank. Okay, guess what? After that, you have to win again at a tougher plank, and that is a consistent system that is not drilled into the psyche of females because they don't have that experience line. Okay, can you debate with that? You can't debate with that. The experiences that males have in the male world throughout the course of high school is not similar to the female's experience rate in high school. Okay, so therefore they don't come into the adult world understanding consistency, understanding repetition, understanding concreteness with your decisions, understanding self-esteem has to be at a high level, your confidence has to be at a high level. They don't understand those things. You have to meet deadlines, you have to be here at this time, you have to be over here with this group, you have to lie to these niggas, you have to tell the truth to these niggas, oh, the shit is hot, it might be you might be going through probation, might be going through some parole. Somebody got killed. These are things that males are going through before high school is out. Females don't. Therefore, they do not comprehend the energy, the ferociousness that is needed in society for survival. Okay, let's keep it funky, my nigga. This is not a situation that's debatable. Your boy touches the bottom line. I love the bottom line because you can't break that concrete. You can't break it. You can't break it, my nigga. So any male, the black male who usually wants to do this, and it's hard for me. Let me say this because it's in my natal chart. It says specifically that I like intelligent women. It says specifically that I like to make money with my women, like that I like to make money with my woman. You know what I'm saying? And that's there. But guess what? The cultural rules do not permit that. And it's at a very low percentage for that to occur. Okay. So we have to go with what a high percentage is, what the probabilities are. And that's another thing, judging the probabilities. It's all a mathematical system. That is something that is learned during the course of high school. Okay. So I don't go out here. That's why I set up the LLC, Stargate, and the Saga City, for boardroom. But niggas ain't boardroom. Niggas are very individualistic because they don't comprehend it. And then it's just like music, music, like every other industry, takes years and years and years of study and practice before you get involved and expect to cop a penny up out of it. To be a doctor, it takes 10 years. To be a lawyer, it takes 10 years. You got to pass the bar. For the multitude of different industries that you interact with daily or that you may need by emergency, takes years and years and years and years and years of dedication. Okay. For you to get something up out of it. And the majority of individuals that's getting inside of music do not respect that, nor do they even know that. So due to the fact that they don't respect it, they're not going to win. And they get mad. They run around talk about some, oh, nigga, you ain't supporting this, nigga. Your friends ain't supporting you. Your family don't support you, blah, blah, blah. There's rules to the game. Humans have been here for millions of years. I do believe we have figured some shit out. I do believe so. We've figured some things out. Yeah. Every single civilization has figured some things out. They all have different forms of surgery. They all have different astrology, mythology systems. They all have different banking systems, monetary. They all have different war systems. They all have different weapons for their war and their protection. They all have different gods. You understand? They all eat different foods. Okay. And have been here for millions of years. We might as well guesstimate. It's been millions of years. I can't tell you an exact number for how long man has been on Earth, but we've figured some things out. So for you to sit here and to scratch your head like great chimpanzee, you are a dumbass. Okay? You have disrespected the work that humans have done to get us to the point we are at right now. Okay? So if you aren't an intellect, and this is a rule that I made in my life when I was in the 20s. I noticed I was arguing with too many people, specifically about the area of health. And it was just simple shit, just like right now. If you're eating seafood, you're a dumbass. It's really simple. How much oil has been spilled into the ocean? Did you know that shrimp is being farmed off of pig feces? Did you know that? Did you know that? Yeah. So when you see somebody eating the shrimp, they are written off as great dumbass. We can't do this. I'm not fucking with your brain, So when I was in the 20s, I realized that, I was arguing with too many people, and I don't like arguments because arguments can lead down very ugly roads, whether it be a bad relationship or, violence can occur. Or, other levels of trickery and jealousy and things of that nature. And people will get jealous of you because of the way you were raised as a child. People will get jealous of you because of the way you can use words. I've had that happen, because of my communication style. And so once I noticed that, I said to myself, you know what? If you're not an intellectual, I'm not fucking with you, period. If you're not reading high level information, I'm not fucking with you. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Now, see, and that's what's so funny because I say something like that to the native and they think that shit is a joke. And the natives don't take what you say as serious. They'll hee ha ha, And when I went through the medieval, and the experiences of the plague that the Caucasians went through, now we understand why their yes is yes and their no is no. The energy that comes behind when they say those words, they mean what the fuck they say. Okay, and the native because guess what? When African Americans, we're not well versed with the English language. We just encountered the English language when you want to look at the annals of time. You know, chronologically, we've only been in the English language maybe thoroughly 100, 150 years, if that. The English language has been structured Greek, Latin, Sanskrit, and other forms. There's over 150 different languages inside the English language. They've been operating off of this since medieval Greece, English, I got books in the 1400s that I could read. So if I got books from the 1400s, 1500s that I could read, it's English, nigga. That's already a 500-year jump that they got on us with their language. Okay? Let's be very fucking clear here. You don't know what you're saying. That's why one shorty told me, she was like, yo, you probably entered in more words into the rap lexicon than any other MC. Yeah, I put a lot of different words that's not normally used when it comes to rapping, because the rapping is limited. It's limited by concept, is limited by the understanding of existence, is limited by the understanding of life and what people may be going through, how people feel. Songs like Jealousy and Envy, or songs like For the Wind, For the Women Taken by the Wind, things of that nature. They're limited in thought pattern. And that's why they try to condense music. African American music tries to get rap tries to get condensed down to only for kids, because you're only operating off of a kid mentality. The majority is that limited thought pattern that's exhibited through the music is not in a position of maturity and adulthood, as we see in R&B. Is jazz has it, country music has it, rock and roll has it, and they talk about adult situations, and usually adult situations are based upon the love in between man and woman. Okay, and rap does not base its subject matter off of the love in between man and woman. And that 720 does. I talk about many different facets of the relationship styles that occur in between man and woman. Okay, like one of my homies said, the homie that's on the tax evasion song, he said, man, you too educated for black people. Too educated for black people. I get it. He's on the same level of education, but I get it. I get what he's saying. And he's on the same level of education as me, of course. But that's why it causes cognitive dissonance, because in reality, a lot of black people don't want to educate themselves. And this is where a situation like, once again, it boils back down to the Cat Williams and everything that we experienced, and why I call everything that he brought to the table a reality check and not necessarily an expose, which the expose is traitorism, like Jaguar White. Jaguar White, and what she's doing is, and it's very interesting that her name is the Jaguar, and her last name is Wright. There's a metaphysic there. I think it is the Jaguar is the only cat that can catch crocodiles and eat crocodiles. I do believe so. But and then not only that, the Jaguar priest of ancient Maya and the Olmec. Okay, but regardless of that, she has brought expose. She has brought traitorism, and the reason why is because she got paid by those people. So whatever your clan does, which your planet is definitely planet fraternity and sorority, where everybody's in their clan and you're supposed to keep the secrets of your clan. And the secrets of the clan has spilled over because there is all debauchery. You're all doing heinous acts that are very unnecessary. And I understand that there's, a magic system of power based underneath a lot of those acts, and that's why they reach for it. But those who hunt for power, as I do as well, I love power. I draw a limit to what I'll do for the case of that power. Like, a lot of people can be manipulated into what power is, and they go down a rabbit hole that they can't get out of, and it becomes too repetitious for them, and then they get blind with inside the act, and with that blindness, the lights get boop boop, they cut on you. And that's what you see with the Harvey Weinstein, the Bill Cosby, and all these other cases. Okay, And there's a lot of traitorism going on. You were supposed to keep quiet. You were supposed to stay paid because you signed up to that fraternity. You signed up to that sorority. Okay. So you have become a traitor and trying to expose. And in the ethers, it is definitely concreted in the ethers, as we have the Judas. You will be disemboweled, and the disembowelment will come. So please understand that there's a difference in between a reality check that's given for the people, because the brother Cat Williams never showed an allegiance to any of the individuals that he talked about. He never showed a public allegiance to any of those individuals. So and that's to my knowledge. Okay, please understand that I'm speaking from what I've seen. I don't hold an allegiance or sing kumbaya with no goddamn body, because I don't know what the fuck you niggas is doing. And ain't no groups for me. I've lived in too many different places, seen too much shit. When I moved here by the age I was 30, I done seen it. Niggas go to jail for their gang. Their gang act like they don't know them. There's no money on the books, blah, blah, blah. But this is the niggas you represent. They don't represent you. Is expose the same as snitching? Yes and no. Okay, I have to give both to that, because snitching is something that's confirmed on paper. Expose is a hypothetical that's given usually vocally. Okay, snitching is a confirmed situation where you have to sign paperwork. Expose is just a motherfucker just want to run their mouth and draw some logical lines in your brain for you to see, even though there may be receipts behind it. There is no situation of a person going to jail behind an expose. When snitching, the results of snitching is either going to be death or jail. An expose has no results. The results behind expose may be a fist fight or some type of competition or challenge to prove the status of what's being stated. Okay. And that's about it. So they're not the same. They are in the same nature, but they don't have the same results. Okay. So he brought the expose, and Cat Williams is a genius. Obviously, it has been proven that he has one of the highest IQ scores on the planet. So that is phenomenal, and it's right. And that may be also a reason why he has been shunned or has been overlooked, especially for his good deeds. As there's many reports of him giving away Lambos and money and taking care of children, adopting children, and things of that nature that you do not see amongst other individuals, um whether that be, and that's in entertainment overall. I haven't seen anybody in entertainment over here giving Lambos away for free and giving Rolls Royces away for free and all this other stuff, and also with his consistent work line, which means he's in a place of being unstoppable, which we was laughing hard at Cat Williams during the course of the Boondocks cartoons and everything he was doing back then, and he still got us laughing today. He has stayed true to his art. Okay, so let's put that in the line. Okay, yeah. So I don't really. They're not the same. There's many traders in the land who have become upset. For instance, Kanye West. Kanye West has become a traitor towards all the people who paid him and put him on, and the people who was in his life. Okay, if they paid you millions and millions and millions of dollars, you shut the fuck up. And isn't it recorded on video that you were feeding some Jew in the back seat of a car? You were feeding some old man. You were holding the plate up to his mouth with the fork, nigga. And now you out here talking about the Jew this and the Jew that and the Hail Hitler and all this other shit. For what, bro? What did you think the people that buy your album or listen to your streams are going to save you? Or do you think these individuals are going to pay you millions of dollars? See how blind you could get with shit? These individuals ain't finna do shit for your ass. It's just like what happened with Polite. Polite came out talking all that goddamn shit. Black woman is God and all this other shit. And then guess what? Nobody supported you. Nobody was there in the courtroom to talk about all your good deeds. Even though we get online, we see all this shit everywhere about you scamming motherfuckers. Is Cap flying under the radar with a so-called low net worth? No. If us, me included, don't have the finances that can equate to his workload and the things that he's put out, we have no position to talk about net worth. The net worth that you see online is not an individual's net worth. And that's been proven through many different interviews with many different people. That, on the interview, they say, I think they asked Lil Wayne, oh, the internet says your net worth is 50 million and something. And he was like, I ain't got no 50 million. My money ain't nowhere near that. So what that tell you? The net worth that's been put online is not the net worth that is of reality. And how that net worth is also calculated is a whole nother question. Are you including art? Are you including, the value of work that they priorly put in? There's a lot of things that could vary when it comes to a net worth. And then also, you're talking about net worth underneath that individual's name that may not be his possessions, or if he has a trust fund, or if he created a management group that owns apartment complexes. We don't know. You'll never know. You see, one thing about me and why I've been able to stay sane is because nothing on this shit is real. I mean, this is real over here. Everything over you see is real. I don't, because you've been watching me for 10, 15 years and I don't fuck with no fake shit. A lot of people who are fans been watching my videos, they come around and try to test the line and then they be, oh, yeah, nigga, because it's real. And in the back of your negative, evil brain, you have automatically equated that things are fake because I speak from a fatherly position and you ain't had no father and you don't know what the fuck a father is. Or I have attained a level of intelligence that's intertwined with the black male form of defense, which is equated to gangsterism or so-called thugism is how everybody wants to classify it. But from what I've learned throughout the course of life, black males have to protect themselves in a specific way, and it usually falls into that category. So I've attained and adapted, I've camouflaged with a little bit of those elements because they're needed for the person of who I am, because I like my person. I don't have to go out here and try to duplicate or mimic no other nigga about shit. Thanks to my father, he was there in my life. I'm in my son's life. They're not worried about following anybody else, because they already have a leader for directory when it comes to this thing called life. You see how that works? Okay. So that's why I stay away from a lot of black males, just to be honest, because a lot of niggas did not have fathers, and motherfuckers come around, nigga, how you melt your cheese on your nachos, nigga? How you do this? How you do that, nigga? No, shut the fuck up. Like, what type of spy have you become because you didn't have a father? You don't know how males or men operate. If you don't know, read the books. I've provided that. I'm not going to do that. Is pimp feminine energy? No, those who can't pimp always put it in that box because they can't pimp. You're a beta male. You don't understand how females operate. The majority of pimps were raised by good mothers, if you want to be honest. For instance, the album that I got called The Foot Up a Bitch's Ass, that's a statement that comes from my mom and the other females in my family who are book reading plant growers. Let's be honest. They grow plants in their home, tons of them, and they read books. Okay? They have an etiquette that the natural savage nigger does not have. Okay? Those who claim the ghetto, you were in the ghetto because your mother didn't love you thoroughly. She didn't love herself. Obviously, because she would have got herself out of those positions. And that's the fucking reality. The reality to it is that the majority of black people come out of bad home environments. They were not raised with any type of etiquette, any type of couth, any type of sense. You understand? See, look at it. The energy getting too loud, too large. Let's see if the camera come back in. Okay, there we go. We back. So yeah, that's the bottom line to it. Majority of motherfuckers didn't have good mamas. Their father wasn't there. Their mamas didn't give a fuck. You know, just like what you see today. You know, niggas, males feel like they could just run up to anybody and ask them for some money because that's what they watch their mama do, walking around on the cell phone. Just asking, talking shit about dudes and then crying when they can't pay bills. But when little Daquan goes to sleep, she up there sucking and fucking, and he don't know nothing about it. Okay. So he don't know nothing about that part, but he do know about the part of gossiping on the motherfucking phone. That's where all these podcasts can come from. You see what I'm saying? Because this gossiping about what, nigga? Ain't got shit to do with your life. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker always looking at another motherfucker, which is caveman intellect, instead of dealing with the mirror. When you deal with the mirror, you can see yourself. You see? And that's the bottom line to it. The bottom line is that a lot of the black mothers or a lot of women out here nowadays are not raised to be wives. They're not raised to be mothers. They do not know how to develop a male brain effectively that could be a survival inside the world. You see? So that's what it is. You know? Pimping is not no feminine energy. Pimping was raised by loving mothers. You know, and what happens is that niggas go out here into the world and be like, oh my God, y'all bitches is bums, y'all bitches is retarded, and these niggas is allowing it. Oh, we have to put down correction because I'm not finna get put up in your bullshit, nor am I gonna be one of these Al Bundy ass niggas that's gonna deal with your bullshit and roll with it. We don't move like that. No, we don't. So let's get that out the way. Pimping is not feminine energy. Only the bitch niggas who don't know nothing about no PI or can't produce the PI and are jealous of the PI will say that type of shit. Okay? That's all there is to it. Did Little Richard pretend to be gay to maneuver around? I don't know what Little Richard did. I don't know. I don't know what Little Richard did. He's not part of the discussion. We're not even in that space right now. You know, when it comes to a white supremacy, let's talk about what white supremacy is, since everybody has complaints about white privilege. Look, it's called natural law. Okay. And me as a pride of lions, because that's what it's called. A pride of lions sees the hyena. I can come take your shit. This is natural law. Okay. The polar bear in Antarctica, right? We see the penguin over here. We see the seals over here. The walruses fucking around with a carcass over here. We can come take your shit. You better move before we fuck you up. The Komodo dragon in the lizard realm. When we see that the hyenas done the animal done got the goddamn pig over here, they chomping on the pig. We can come get that, or we will swallow you whole. Do you understand? That is natural law. That is the law of this existence. You have been separated from nature. You eat synthetic foods and you get them through paper bags inside of buildings that they move the window and they talk to you with the funny hat on, right? It's called fast food. In fact, the original fast food was an apple that you plucked off the fucking tree. That was mighty fast and it was free. You see, but you've been separated from all realms of nature. You are placed on concrete, okay? And you do not comprehend how nature moves. Camouflage. The praying mantis knows how to camouflage. Have you ever seen the lily praying mantis that looks just like a pink flower? Good Lord, that's a heavy level of camouflage. The chameleon that's out there in Australia. Do they heavy camouflage? Changed like seconds. The octopus camouflage. I can hide to take your fucking shit. I could be right in front of you. I will snatch your soul. Do you understand? This is natural law. This is the law of man since caveman. Always been the law. And it still is today. Okay. So if I come to your land and my manpower and my telepathic power amongst my people are stronger than yours. My weapons are larger. My boats are bigger. I do have the cannon. I do have the tank. And you don't. I can take your fucking shit. Okay? And guess what? The shit that I take from you, I'll give it to my children. They'll put it in museums, and then they're going to charge your children to see your own ancestors' artifacts inside the museums, and you won't get them back, baby. Oh, no, you're not going to get them back. We like these artifacts. As a matter of fact, we like them so much because, you see, when we found the artifacts, they were in your dusty huts. They were they were underneath the ground, buried with dust and crud and spiders. Okay. Where was the Book of the Dead found? It was found in a vase in a fucking cave. This is what you did with precious artifact. We have it now. It is in the museum. We have men that protect it. We have lasers. We have a red velvet rope. We will allow your children to get on the school bus and come see it, and they better not reach past this velvet rope. You have oil on your fucking finger. You do not touch the painting. This is it. Why can't you deal with reality? Why? But I understand why people can't deal with reality. If you want to know the answers on why black people can't deal with reality, go look in the 3rd volume, okay, of The Kicked Out of Heaven, and you will see it. There is a great scene of the Negro. He puts on the sulfur paint. You know, they put on the berries in their hair and they bounce around in the trees, you know, and they don't like reality. They don't deal with the reality of invention and expansion and control, okay, exploration, okay. Those things aren't there. They are not there, okay. So that's not my fault. This is a natural system. Negro likes fantasy, you know. The animal realm has a fixed nature, though. Humans' power positions can be interchangeable. Humans' power positions are going to be based upon the culture that they have designed over an expansion amount of time. So that's hundreds of years of designing a culture on the rules on who's going to be the chief, the sub-chief, so forth, so on. Usually the majority of native cultures, they design their rules, they design their culture to be stagnant and to be congested into one specific zone. They design their mythology in a fear-stricken structure where it stagnates progression, and usually there will be disruption within that, and that disruption will cause exploration or maybe excommunication from the original tribe, and another tribe will be developed out of their traveling away from the tribe that they got into an argumentation with. You got to understand this shit, okay? So humans' power positions are interchangeable amongst their own agreements within their small circle. Okay, and that means, you know, the Indians of northern Mexico, they live in adobes, you know, and the Inuit Indians over there in Iceland live in igloos. It's a different thing, you know, pertaining to environment, pertaining to your geographical position, which is, you know, based off ley lines and things of that nature. There's going to be a different energy that emanates in every single location of the planet. You know, the fish that are in the Mississippi River are not the same fish that are in the Great Lakes or in St. Lawrence River. Okay, let's just be honest with it. There's not the same trees in that location. The birds aren't the same. That's why when you look at America, it's phenomenal. Every state has its own flag, its own flower, its own bird, its own song, you know, and all of that, because there is a different nature that comes in those zones. Okay, so that's just where it is. Somebody asked, do you think the East Indians of India rise to prominence and power in the U.S. is due to the dragon? No, they don't really possess the dragon. I can't say that, but I've never seen a dragon in the Hindu system. The Hindu system is very vast, just like the Chinese and the Japanese mythology systems are very in-depth and very large. And I've only briefed them due to other studies that I was into that led me there. But I've never sat with that entire system to comprehend what they were speaking about. The yellow dragon, which is what I am, what you see right here on this table, and the flag I used to have on me on old videos, comes from the yellow emperor, which is the origin of ancient China. And the reason why I have that is because my mother's maiden name is Harbin, Harbin, which is also connected to the word Jin, which is part of the first dynasty that established ancient China. So, and I do have Chinese blood in me. So, um, that's that's why you see the yellow dragon here. So I'm connected to that dragon thing in a kind of way. Okay. So definitely give respect to the Chinese. I've been there. I was treated well when I went there. I love the General Sao. I love the sweet and sour. Okay. And that's all I can say about that. I've never had a Chinese woman close to me though. So, that's a different story. And that's one reason why I don't go deep into those mythology systems. If you're ever going to be concentrated in another culture's mythology system, make sure that you have the blood right by, copulation with a mate of that system, of that culture and race. Okay, that's male or female. I'm saying reverse, female for male and male for female. I don't do all that fucking weird shit. So yeah, let's keep that clear. But yeah, the dragon on the real nigga etiquette. This is a dragon herald that we have right here. That's the dragon. And the eagle that's on the back of the real nigga etiquette part 1 is of a whole different system that I found I was connected to. So anyways, but this is the real. I had to come in because the energy is fucking loud, it's large, it's strong. You better direct it correctly during this year. Hopefully nobody gets fucked up. That's not what we want. We do want expansion, we do want growth, we do want identification of the real. So I'm going to state it again. You all need to be supporting me in the real. So go ahead and put down the donations. Let's not sit here with the dumb shit. I have provided more for eons for the Black culture than anybody of your current status. Okay. And that's just the way I'm going to put that, and you can't fucking debate with that, What is the purple book? The purple book is the encyclopedia on the alchemy of women. A whole book club just bought up a bunch of these, but I need you to get them, and because I'm running out. And go to thewomansalchemy.com. It's half off right now. You can get both of them for $100. When it comes to the Amazon, they're only $200 a piece, so that's $200 for 3. That's $200 for each volume, so that'll be $400 total. So somebody asked here, give me a deal on 3 more books. You're gonna have to hit my line. I don't like doing deals. You can't walk inside of Walmart and ask for a deal. So please respect Black businesses. Please respect the work that I've done. Because like I stated, you can't go into a laundromat, you can't go into McDonald's talking about a deal. You're gonna go with what's on the board. Okay, so first of all, we need to start treating each other with respect in those areas, especially when it comes to all of these millionaires that want to get on these podcasts and bragging about their money. If you can brag about your money, then move like the Jews, move like the Hebrews, okay, and go and give an envelope of money to your quote unquote brother before it even starts. Make sure it's recorded. Give him an envelope of money since you have the gazillions and the billions, nigga. If you can't give the envelope of money, you have no money, and that's just the bottom line, man. Niggas ain't real out here. All these mafia movies niggas be watching, ain't that what they do in every mafia movie? Ain't that what they do in every mafia movie? They giving envelopes of money to the brother, okay? And you ain't doing that to the brother. So I don't want to hear the motherfucking bullshit. How important is it to have alchemy of women in modern times with booty taking men down? The booty is taking men down. Hold on, I'm gonna get to that question. Let me get to this question. Will you be doing more lives like this around this time? I was cut off guard and didn't know you were live. Bro, I can't. Shit is chaotic, bro. I'm a man of many hats. I have many responsibilities. Many people are pulling at my leg and my arms right now. So I gotta squeeze this in when I can squeeze this in. Luckily, I squeezed this in right now because I got situations popping up all tonight. So it was due, because it was due because I got a lot of shit going. and I just dropped the album, and I hope y'all like the album. So we're gonna do that. How important is it to have the alchemy of women in modern times with booty taking men down? We definitely need to go and into this question. This question is very serious because obviously we've been watching the uterus take niggas down left and right for the past decade, 2 decades right now. And there never before has there been a male or a black male to compose a encyclopedia exclusively based on females. That is their social activity, the social interaction with females, their biology, the definitions of their names, ancient goddesses that are intertwined in the names, different groups that are in religions. Like there's one group called the Obedient Wives Club that is inside Islam that is only in the Iran Turkish region, and they have thousands of members, and their philosophy is to treat your husband like a porn star. And this is underneath Islam. This is called the Obedient Wives Club. It's defined inside the book. You need to know a lot of the things that women do know, and some of the things that women don't know. So I've encountered a lot of things like, for instance, the cosmetics, a lot of the chemicals that are inside cosmetics and their effects on the female's body, they do know about that. When it comes to the definitions of their names, they do know about that. When it comes to the internet, and a lot of the things that I put in the internet does advance their intelligence. They are psychologically connected to the internet. 80% of the female's world, the male doesn't know anything about. So repetitive visits to the doctor, which there is a thing called doctor shopping, which is also defined inside the encyclopedia that women do. For women to go to the doctor, sometimes it can be considered as a orgasmic event for them, especially the OBGYN. All of that's defined inside the book. A lot of their psychological syndromes, the Medusa complex or the Cinderella complex, are inside the book. The piercings, there's a thing called the Christina piercing, which is a form of vaginal piercing that's inside the book. These are terms and things that are operating inside the female's world that the males don't know anything about. So when it comes to your observation of female behavior, you'll definitely be able to point out certain things, and you will also have a reference material to go back to. This is everything pertaining to a marriage, pertaining to a lot of different levels of horror activity. Okay. What the rules are inside of different religions pertaining to women, why religions had to have such a control mechanism on females, because of the shit that we're seeing now. Obviously, you didn't see this shit in the 80s. You didn't see this shit in the 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s, 10s, 20s. You didn't see this shit no other time. And that's because there was a religious hold. And that religious hold was put in place for specific reasons, but then also ancient civilizations and cultures. And tribes is what I meant to say. So for instance, little things like they say in the old world, one of the reasons women wore such tight clothes and tight shoes and it took hours for them to get dressed and all of this is so they couldn't run away. It goes all the way from the geishas all the way to the clothing and the brassieres that you see in the Victorian era. So, it's there, my dude, and they know what the fuck they're talking about, obviously. So, because we're dealing with these problems today. So, there it is. That's what's all up in there. Basically, everything is in there. Biological situations, lactobacillus, the drinking of pickle juice and the capability to take in a lot of wine, cheese, and cream and all of that shit, which is acidic foods and foods that are actually fermented. So that means they're at a stage of rottenness. Okay. And they need to take those foods for the health of the vagina, to be obvious. To be frank. All of that shit is in there, all of that shit is in there. What's up in the lipstick, the lead that's in the lipstick, there's mass amounts of lead. So when a little girl is using even clear lip, the lip smack or whatever the fuck they call that shit, lip balm is what I meant to say. They use the lip balm at 8 to 10 years old, which has high concentrations of lead in it. And by time they're 20, 21, you're looking at lead poisoning insanity. And that's part of the reason why, they was, trying to condition the male's mind of, oh, a crazy girl is cute. No, a crazy girl is not cute. A crazy girl is unproductive and very dangerous, And, a lot of the deep psychological factors faculties that they have and this is a unified situation because we're talking about a correlation to the influence from the uterus is all in there. Even the face hugger is in there. Thoth is in there. Cleopatra. There's a lot of ancient Egyptian goddesses in there. There's a lot of Celtic goddesses, Nordic goddesses, Hindu goddesses. They're all in there. That's why it's a 2-volume series. It's very serious stuff. I've also used dictionaries from the definitions of women during the course of the 1700s and 1800s. Shakespeare is all up in there. All the female character types in cartoons and video games and all that shit is up in there because those correlate with the names that women carry and the behaviors that's behind them. A lot of the poems, a lot of the what else is up in there? Man, you wouldn't believe the shit that's up in there. It's fucking ridiculous, man. Women of makeup, higher concentration makeup. Oh, the Malleus Maleficarum is up in there. So all the witchcraft data is up in there too. So all of those shit about, having a dog or what is a cat lady and Toxoplasma gondii and all of this other shit, parasites and all that other shit is up in there. Shit that men don't know nothing about by majority rule. The 2-volume series right now is $100 directly from me. And that's only because, I got physical copies. But after these physical copies are gone, which I only have a couple, you're going to have to get it from Amazon or you're going to have to get the PDF from and I will tell you this, that the PDF will be consistently updated because, there's always new intelligence that's been brought to me that needs to be included. So, get the Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women. It's a phenomenal literature. I will state this: every race of woman has typed a definition into this book, so it has been knighted by women of the world because of cultural representation. Okay, it's comical. I did keep some comedy up in here. It's for you to explore. What else is up in there? Everything, bro. Everything is up in there. The zygote, eggs, fetal alcohol syndrome disorder, all types of shit, bro. Psychological syndromes, the list, complexes, Oedipus complex, all of that type of shit is up in there, nigga. So, I tried to do my best, but one thing I can tell you from being an author, you'll never be able to get everything when it comes to a subject. And that's just the God honest truth. When you're closing down the book, all types of new information will start coming at you like, nigga, please, nigga, put me in the ship. I got to go. I got to get in, and then even when you're done writing the book, then a whole new realm of information to come and you already finished the shit. And you're like, God damn, bro. And you should have put that up in there. But, and Adika Butler definitely vouched with that statement I just made because he's also a phenomenal author. Go buy The Homie from The Homie by him. And I think that's from mindglowbooks.com. Go do that. So, but definitely support me, but I'm not going. And also Crip Jesus, who hit me up today. Go ahead and get that book as well, because you need the library of great literature from the Black Amour. You understand? The Black Amour that raised you from the grave to the cradle, nigga. That's me. You dig? So, yeah, do that. The book is definitely needed. It's definitely needed. Hide it when you invite women to your crib. You should never have your library downstairs and then open to people, especially a vast, high level of intelligence. People will act like they're interested and you ain't interested in shit, because if you did, you would have had your own shit. You know what I'm saying? They just be acting, So that's it. I've exhausted a lot of energy up in here right now, and I gotta take care of a lot of other things that's hitting my line. So y'all get at me, you know, and we about to make a move, you know. Like I said, the 2 volumes is $100 at my site. I'm gonna put the links up here real quick. If you got any last questions, go ahead and shoot them now. You know. Go ahead and shoot your questions now. Or forever keep your peace. You know. There's a lot of phrases in the book that you may not know about. You know, there's the BAPS, which is the Black American Princess, and then there's also the JAPS, which is the Jewish American Princess, which are both defined inside the book. So, you know, there's a lot of terms in there that needs to be known. It is a book that you could just sit down and sip your tea and flip through and find words, or, you know, especially books of my nature. You know, it's sort of like a crystal ball. Whatever you drop it is gonna give you exactly what you need. You know, what you think about the Miami alien portal thing? Yeah. So we have all this nonsense on the planet, and then an alien is gonna go shopping at Gucci in Miami. They go to the mall. Yeah, whatever. You know, you're all full of shit. You know, your videos are full of shit. You know, you want your popularity and your viral views, and you're full of shit. You know, you're going to lie on your videos. You're going to post all these videos because you're full of fucking feces, fresh feces. It stinks. It is putrid. Okay. Yeah, I could write volume after volume, but it ain't going to be none of that. You know, I'm done, B. You know, the books have been a lot, you know, and I don't think they've been received in the way I would have liked them to be. They've been more received by universities I've never heard of than by my own fan base. And that doesn't really make me turn my nose up, but it does make me scratch my head. Because the so-called whole conscious thing online, people aren't conscious. They're just looking for some form of entertainment outside of CNN, you know, and that's truly the bottom line. You know, I don't think they were received the way they should have been received. Yeah, a lot of people stole my material. It isn't my material to steal, but a lot of people grabbed concepts out of the material that I presented, and instead of inviting me in, because it's very obvious that I know more about these subjects than what has been put inside the literature. Yeah, fortunately, unfortunately, and by the graces of God, I will always be a medievalist. Um, all my information, any book that I put out, and even my lyrics and my music will always have a tone of medieval in them. You know, the medieval and Catholicism and also Judaism is my home. That is where I felt comfortable, and there's been no other location that's made me feel comfortable or have given me, you know, power, intellect, or finances like these realms have. So I love the fact I was able to present the Black Madonnas to you, and also Saint Benedict the Moor and other Black Moors that were inside of Catholicism that had dust on top of them, and nobody paid attention to them, because Catholicism and Judaism deals with a complexity that the average Black mind cannot comprehend. And if I'm wrong, prove me wrong, because that's how the game works. The game works on you proving me wrong, or you proving the status quo wrong. And if you cannot prove the status quo wrong, the status quo is correct. That's all there is to it. Okay. Nolo contendere is what they say in court. Okay. You have not contested it. So because you have not contested it or claimed your position, we're going to roll over your weak ass. And that's just what it is. So if you want to try to operate off of emotions and, oh, he said that, and oh, nigga, fuck all of that. That's why I had to put Dan Pena on the track, the tax evasion. because y'all never heard white boy millionaires, billionaires talk shit. And it was perfect for the track. My nigga, the mayor, my nigga Gray Matter, he loves it. He was the first one to spit the bars on that track. And we didn't really know what to do with the hook. And I came up with the phenomenal idea, even though the concept was presented by my homie. He put the concept on it. And, and that's just what it was, how it rolled out. I loved the concept. So I wanted something to really sync with the concept. And man, it came out like a piece of art. I really loved it. I hope you loved it. I did it for y'all. Yeah, that's Dan Pena on the track. And Dan Pena is a Mexican, but he could talk the white boy big shit coming from the old school and coming with the millionaire, billionaire achievements, And I loved it. So we had to do it. We had to do it like that, so y'all could get a taste of, real. And then he's a Leo too. So, and then a lot of the shit that he was saying is shit I've said. So, everything just synced real well. And I wanted y'all to get a taste of that, of somebody else talking big boy shit that you claim is talking shit, which is only reality. The native is so stuck into illusion and falsehood and Hollywood and Disney that they think reality, when you mention reality, they classify it as shit talking, but then, they talk shit to each other and they classify that as comical. And shit talking is actually a system that breaks you down and fucks with your self-esteem, and it fucks up your aura and the status where you can't produce. And that's where the pimping come in, because pimping understands how white corporation human resources works. Human resources. So we have to correct that line and not allow a bitch to be talking no fucking crazy ass shit, because it fucks up the air, it fucks up everything. And they only talk crazy shit out of jealousy that they can't produce what the male produces, and also the fact that they can't provide. You see, and that's all there is to it. So how do you allow a motherfucker who can't provide, who can't protect, who can't produce, talk shit? Like, have you lost your goddamn mind? Have you lost your fucking mind? Are you in contact with book clubs throughout the United States? No, I'm not. My books are reballed. They are considered arcane, would be the word. And the black mind, which, and the majority of book clubs are ran by black females. And they like a bunch of Barney shit, and they produce a bunch of Barney books for little kids and shit. They produce a bunch of weak ass shit because they're gonna make you weak and make sure you're weak, because they want you to be underneath their rulership. So women are going to do whatever they can to keep masculinity out of the picture, because masculinity will lay consequence. And for the individual to lay consequence, especially when he's not thoroughly educated, you are classified as a tyrant. And the tyrant is in synchronicity or similarity with the devil. So females classify masculinity as the devil because we understand and can compute the end result of activities, and that end result will end up in a negative. So we either put a stop to it, or we lay a consequence for conducting said activity. Okay. And for you to lay a consequence or to stop what they may consider progression of their fun or whatever the fuck they're doing will classify you as the dark one. Okay. So that's just what it is, Yeah. So y'all have fun. I got to get out of here. I got things I got to do. Y'all go ahead and go to the websites, which I posted, man. Get the books, and here's the thing. Also related to that, are you in contact with book clubs throughout the United States? How the book industry works is similar with the entertainment industry, which is also similar with the court. You have to have a broker, and the broker is considered the lawyer, the communicator in between the one who has produced the act and the one who will judge the act. So the books are to be judged by your peers. I have created the book. You, by your own inclination, your own heart, and your own desire, will have to broker the deal. you broker the deal with the community, because the community is too scared to deal with those who have produced, because the community can't produce. They're dependent. They are consumers. So with them being dependent consumers, they get jealous automatically at those who produce, or they want to keep the fantasy of there being a great Odin in the sky or a great god in the sky that is so angelic that they can't touch. And in order to maintain that line, there has to be a broker who can go communicate with the people and then also communicate with the angelic god who produces. That's how it works. So if you want to see my books in book clubs and you want to see my books at the Barnes and Nobles, guess what? We need you. We need the lawyer. We need the agent. It's called a literary agent that will go in between the publishing houses, that will go in between the consumers, that will go in between your local bookstores or even your national chain bookstores, that can talk to the producer. Okay? And that's all there is to it. So everything here is done out of the heart, you know, because we're at the status of being the Beatles in the garage, strumming the guitar to make classics. And a lot of people don't understand what that status is. And sometimes you may be stuck in that status or that basement for 10, 15, 20 years before the light gets shown upon you with the admiration of the public. Okay? And that's how that works. So if you have that heart, make it happen. If you don't, then just keep on clicking. You know, whatever. I'm going to keep on moving like I have to move. But this is the year of the dragon, and I will admit I do need your assistance. You know, so donate, provide, put in, you know, get in sync with me. You know, I got my number. I got my emails out here everywhere. So there is no excuse, and let's make something happen. If you can't do that, then you're not a part of the team. No way. You're just a fan. And there's nothing wrong with being a fan. But just know that that's your status, okay? Because I define things. I write an encyclopedia. So everybody's going to know their position and status fucking around over here. You know, it ain't no goddamn I'm the OG when I want to be and I'm the BG over here. No, nigga, no. You are in one position due to your rank and due to your achievement status. And that's all there is to that. So y'all get at the God. I'm finna play 2 tracks. The first 2 tracks you heard was Under a Million Stars and Gold Tiptoes underneath the Constantine the Black. We're going to slow it down real quick. I'm finna play 2 tracks off of this same album. And yeah, we're going to play Tax Evasion. And then we're going to play, what's the other one? Stacking Your Wins. I love that one. So y'all get at me. All right. Peace.
Somebody with money, you're fucked. You can run, but you can't hide. You have never met anybody like me, and you probably never will, because you're a cunt. Where's the vagina cream? I give you this vagina cream so you can rub it on your snatch, because that's life, guys and gals. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Nobody.
Fret not, you niggas is in the best spot. Perfect example of what a nigga best not. Fix his body in position and mind in submission to accept being bitches. Nigga, this is a different jurisdiction. We on top of this one. Money, my religion, trade federal commissions. Nigga, you delinquent, chronic tax evasion. Called him laxidazing, he thought I couldn't fade him. Big dough, I'm from everybody paying, killing everything they saying if it ain't about a payment. Universal commercial code financing statements, CUSIP numbers, general obligations. The expert, national treasurer, reader of the ledger, extender of expenditures. Hands all in your pockets, nigga, I've been insurers. X amount of cash outs until the counts is in the norm. Form to fill out for that exempt tax and they ask for a pass and then slide without tapping in. It's blasphemy, the acting and posturing. It's a counterfeit, the game flooded because of them. It's a bunch of them fucking up the sustenance. I'm up with the sun, top of the AM functioning. Checking the seats and expenses. Lucrative business, taxing bitch niggas who try to mimic this. Debits and credits, indigenous express shit. Hit a lick and throw up the set quick. Check it out, a lot of dough to be made. And likewise, cause there's still a lot of dough to be paid. To operate on the world stage, turn the page, the table's over. We getting over till it's over for you. Weird socially engineers is out of here. And real original hairs is on
and
top
I'm not
of
here
here.
to insult your ethnicity, but I will. I'm not here to insult your religion, but I will. Because in the real fucking world where nobody gives a fuck, you want to fit in. You want people to like you. Why? Because you've had poor fucking role models. And I'm trying to give you a fucking template that fight off that loser. Goddamn, like the devil's gonna make me do it. Gotta fight that loser off.
When I tell you the world's over, brother, it's over. Because if you're the best we got on this planet, you're gonna take responsibility for the first time in your fucking lives.
When I tell you there's 31 days in February, there's fucking 31 days in February. When I tell you the fucking sun's not coming up, the motherfucking sun's not coming up.
The rap game just become a cesspool of snitches, werewolves and witches. Interviews in 60 minutes, complaints about business. Who's dissing? Tools blinking. Who's the last dragon or the show enough? Hold up, niggas mugshot be looking funny as fuck. They wanna dress up and get a tummy tuck and claim they be rolling up. Get a bunch of holes in your truck. The AR got that Rambo clutch. Just touch the deposit and the routing number on a bitch's ass, just like a bounty hunter. No, we didn't stutter. They wonder because their brain got cluttered. They left that in the gutter that is under the bridge. Hope you not minding the stench. Ain't nobody quite grinded like this. With all that reckless eyeball and keep your mind to your bitch. In the Southwest, we make them dig they own ditch. Shots out to LA, they get bigger or rich. Make it make sense. They rich but penny pinch. So I screw this ratchet with the heavy wrench. Stay steady shit. This the stay ready click. Never be a day I switch. Hold her hand, I might mack on your bitch. If the shoe fits, wear it and just be glad they lost all their bands. Now they shaking hands and taking stands. Then behind the wall they need a colostomy bag. He went to Hollywood and dressed in a drag just to get paid. Each a which away. To my dismay, they is still bitch made. Catch a shade in the fade, then they claim to be made. Yeah, that'll be the day when pigs fly from Hawaii to Bed-Stuy. But then they lies comply with the FBI. I make them obese squeezing this healthy nine.
Nobody is better at this than me.
The world is irretrievable. The world is going in the shitter.
Embarrassed to be a human being. See everybody fucking whining like bitches. I'm fucking embarrassed.
Fucking never. If I live to be 1,000,000 years old, I'd never do this again. Because this is a thankless fucking job. Because you're all worthless. I was taught, and the truth said the truth will make you free. That's what they told me. Apparently now, not now.
I've been stacking my wins and then I balance my sins. Ever seen a fallen angel? Ball at every angle. The black Constantine smoking on dopamine. I've been reminiscing about the things that I've seen. You gotta crack a couple skulls to get the fatty. Experience will aid you, and that's literally. For the mills, your neck goes in the guillotine. Don't think that they politics is gonna stop me. I know how to get rid of a body properly. Bend the block and see the untold history. Where shit looks like gold, but it's only glittery. Till I'm old and shivering. The OG is hustling. Diamonds is Tuscany. 100 M's is what I need. So who gotta plead? I sign and agree. Then slide on Pirellis. Nigga, you gon' smell me. And that's every fucking time. A man sipping moonshine. The God 720 Naga lost his fucking mind. I've been stacking my wins and then I balance my sins. I've been stacking my wins and then I balance my sins. I've been stacking my wins and then I balance my sins. I've been stacking my wins and then I balance my sins. Pass the collection plate. You can't change your fate. Stay on a paper chase. Rubber bands and big face. The last outlaw versus the United States. Choose your words wisely. There's a lot at stake. You gonna step inside the shit that you make. That's out there's a baby. Amongst the lost and crazy. The motto is always fuck you, pay me. But maybe your talk will cost. When you cross a boss, we make the sign of the cross. I can feel it in the air, yo, something is off. Just like his head. Don't do as I do, just do as I said. It's the order of the streets. Put some blood on your bread for communion. The dollars are recruiting while you hollering and hooting. Just focus on the bag, never mind the tech shooting. The drops are made for cruising. Smile in your coffin and you won't be looking stupid. I've been stacking my wins and then I balance my sins. I've been stacking my wins and then I balance my sins.